Hello, thank you for joining me. Today I want to just tell you guys about a trip that I took just last weekend. It's summertime and it's a great time to get out and see the world a little bit. And for me, of course, that's going to a video game arcade. This is a place that it's not exactly close by. I've only been to it a couple of times. The place is called Funspot. This is the kind of thing that you can get for tickets from the games there. But it's pretty amazing, actually. I guess it is in the Guinness Book of World Records as the largest arcade in the world. But this is a really old arcade. It's been around since 1952. The building it's in is really big. It has a whole lot of different stuff in it. It's not just an video game arcade. Why don't we just take a look and I'll show you guys what it's like. So here is the American Classic Arcade Museum, which is basically the third floor of the building, and there's a whole bunch of machines up here. I guess there's about 300 machines, a lot of old classic arcade machines, some unique stuff. I mean, there's like old Pong and computer space and stuff like that. We have some, I assume this is a Laserdisc game here, Cliffhanger. This obviously caught my attention because of the anime fans will be familiar with the footage from Castle of Cagliostro, the Lupin the Third movie directed by Hayao Miyazaki. This is re-envisioned as a full-motion video game. So I played this and I actually enjoyed it. These really kind of lend themselves to the arcade because you're going to be pumping quarters in to learn how to play. So that's it's pretty fun, actually. And 1943, for some reason I've just had an urge to play some shooters, and this is one that I remember from back in the day I used to like playing. Another one here, Life Force. But just so many cool machines they had. This version of Commando here sure is a lot harder than the version on the Atari 7800, I'll tell you that much. But a lot of neat machines. I mean, there was the Star Wars like sit-down machine. It's kind of on the other side here. There's a lot of sit-down machines. I played some of those racing games. Just so much fun. There's not enough time in the day really to play all these games, and not only that, it's a long trip for me too. It was about it's a little over 3 hours to get over there, a little over 3 hours to get back. But I also swung down to Concord to drop my friend off. So I was about 8 hours in the car, so it was a really long day, but just so cool. They've got all kinds of other stuff too. You saw like bumper cars, all kinds of stuff for kids, a lot of those games that dispense tickets. They have whole banks of like NASCAR and skee-ball and like slot machines. There's this bowling alley. There's just all kinds of stuff here. So it's a really cool place if you get a chance to check it out. While I was in New Hampshire and I had a little bit of time to kill, since I had to go down to Concord, I figured, I'll look around and see if I can find a used video game store. And I checked online and I found this place, The Final Stage. So this was just so much fun for me to find. Check this place out. I mean, it's chock full of retro games. There's like a whole shelf of Sega Genesis games. There was old stuff. We had like Atari, it was like obscure stuff, just all kinds of things. I'll show you what I got there, but it just so much fun browsing this. Really novel for me, just because there's nothing like this near where I am. So I could have spent all day in that shop too. Didn't have enough time there either, but really. I took my time and I found a few things that I wanted. Let me just go ahead and show you guys what I picked up. Web Browser 2.0 for the Dreamcast. This is one of those things where I'm really getting down to the bottom of the barrel here when I'm collecting this kind of stuff for it. But I do want a complete US collection, and just little things like this are pretty neat to have, the variations on the web browser and such. I also picked up Death Crimson 2. This is a Japanese game. I was kind of psyched to see they had a few Japanese games there. I'm definitely pleased to have this in my collection. Nothing I wouldn't have gotten otherwise, but there's that. I also got Ninja Gaiden on the Sega Game Gear. I've been keeping an eye out for boxed Sega Game Gear games because I have a couple. I'm basically trying to just get like a loose collection of games that I actually want to play on the system, but I couldn't pass this up in a box complete. And finally, this was an impulse buy, but I went ahead and got Raiden on the Atari Jaguar. I have a Jaguar and I only have one game for it, and I haven't really decided what I'm doing with it. And when I saw this, I looked at the back, and it looks like a real like scrolling shooter, and I was just like, you know what? How bad could that be? I kind of just bought it on the box art alone, and it's actually a pretty cool game. I've been playing this in the evenings here, and I'm really kind of enjoying it, so it's gotten me reinterested in the Jaguar, and I'm looking at picking up a couple more games for that. But yeah, I just wanted to share that experience with you guys of taking a trip to another state and driving a lot, but checking out a lot of cool arcade games and checking out a retro game shop, and I seem to manage to get over there every 10 years or so, so I don't know, maybe it'll be a few years before I get over there again, but definitely going to make the trip sometime. It's a lot of fun. So that's all. Thank you guys for joining me, and I hope you'll catch me again next time for some more video game related videos. Thanks for watching.